Things are about to pick up really, really fast in your life. I feel like you can feel it, and I keep getting this message of like buying time. Somebody feels like they're trying to buy time or trying to like delay fully feeling something or delay fully anticipating something. There's this energy of like trying to delay or like trying to savor the time that you do have. Trying to intentionally keep yourself so grounded in this present moment because thinking about the future might be a little overwhelming for you at this time. Or you can sense that all of these things are about to start happening in an influx, one thing after the next. So there's this energy of like, yeah, buying time. Sorry, it's a little loud in here, you guys. And also, I felt called to film this both for TikTok and for my secret channel on YouTube. So if you see the same message twice, this is a huge confirmation for you. But it's this energy of like anticipating or knowing that things are about to really start picking up the pace. And I feel like you're being very strategic because you're almost, okay, 4-4. You could be seeing 4-4-4 a lot. But it's this energy of like, things are beginning to pick up the pace, but you're not allowing yourself to get overwhelmed by that idea either. Like, I feel like there's a lot of strategy that you're using, whether you realize you're intentionally using it or not. It's like strategically knowing when to be in the energy of excitement and anticipation versus when to just be in the energy of it is what it is or be super grounded in the present moment. I feel like a lot of you guys are learning how to pull yourself back into the presence or into the present. Yeah, so you don't get overwhelmed for what's to come. That's the message I'm getting right now. There's a sense of knowing that something really big is around the corner, but you don't want to psych yourself out, or you don't want to overthink this before it's even happened yet. And I just filmed a message like this on my main channel, but this is giving me the same energy, this strategy. It's like you're learning how to keep things at an arm's length away. The things that you want. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Knight of Pentacles. You are standing at a time in your life that feels like fate. It feels like destiny. It feels like your life has almost been this accumulation of cycles and things that you've had to close out, things that you've had to endure to get you to this very point, to this very moment that you're standing at in your life right now. And it feels like your life has been one about patience. Like the amount of patience that you have had to exercise in this existence is serious, but there's something about you're living for the long game or for the long haul, or at least that's what you've been working towards these last couple of years, I'm feeling. It's like you're trying to build something that's sustainable. You're trying to build a life that's sustainable. But I'm just getting this energy of like everything has accumulated to get you to this point that you're standing at right now, this point of destiny, this point of fate. I don't know. It's just giving this energy of like a lot of things are going to start happening for you that feel too auspicious. Not too, but you're going to notice. I'm like getting a hot flash right now, so that could be significant for somebody. You're going to notice that things are happening in a way that feels so overly magical, like you're always at the right place at the right time, or you bump into someone that is significant in this way, or somebody mentioned something that you were just thinking about. It's like all of these very synchronistic events are going to start happening in your life, okay? Sorry guys, I'm just pausing because I'm filming this on TikTok also, so give me 1 second. There's about to be so much synchronicity in your life right now. So much. And I feel like you can already sense that this is something that's already in the works. Like you might be noticing that you're seeing an influx of angel numbers. Not just like the normal, you'd see them every once in a while. This is like you're seeing them everywhere all the time. I don't know, I'm just getting this vibe of like magical things are starting to happen. I'm hearing in pairs of 3. And what's crazy is I feel like you could be this person that's kind of guarded in your life. Not a lot of people have access to your energy. You're somebody who is very, I'm hearing like exclusive. Like it's almost giving the energy of like people feel like being around you is a gift. And I'm not saying this to try and give you a big head or anything, but it's like your energy, people can tell and sense how much you protect your energy and how much you protect your peace. Like they can sense it on you without you even saying anything. When you step into a room, people feel like there's certain things that you keep to yourself about yourself. It's like you're willing to show up and be vulnerable and be emotional, but only to a certain capacity. Because I feel like you've dealt with people in the past who are constantly like leeching on your energy or wanting to interact with you in order to gain something from you, whether that just be even just clarity about their own journey. You know, you're like that type of person where people go, when people are in your presence, they get a better understanding of what they need in their own lives. So I feel like right now you could be especially pulling back your energy because maybe you're starting to pick up on this and notice it, that some exchanges that you're taking part in at this time of your life, they don't feel fully reciprocal, or it feels like you can just sense that people want something from you. And I hate to even say that in a weird way. And I don't think a lot of people even know that they're doing it intentionally, but it's just like, that's the energy that you give. It comes off of you so easily. So I feel like whether people are consciously thinking this or not, when they're around you, they're gaining something from you. So I'm almost getting this vibe of like this last little while, you've been so protective over your energy and over your peace. You could be celibate right now. You could be like not in the dating scene, not really hanging out with a lot of friends. Like it's this very exclusive energy. People can sense that about you. You're like expensive. You're like caviar, you know? Like, and when people do get the chance to be in your presence or do get the opportunity to be around you in some way, they feel blessed for that, but also triggered by it. Like it's this very polarizing energy. Because again, I'm just getting this vibe of like, you don't let people fully in. And this is exactly where you're meant to be, because I feel like a lot of you guys have had to learn that the hard way. You don't let people fully in to your energetic bubble, at least. Like you're willing to be vulnerable, you're willing to have deep conversations, all of that, but there's something about you still protecting certain pieces of you. And with the sun here, I feel like this is all about you protecting your inner child, is what it comes down to. And maybe this is still a bit of a trauma response, or maybe there's pieces of you that don't fully feel safe in your full expression. Maybe as a child, you had to hide certain pieces of yourself. So there's this energy of like, you've created this little protective energetic field, this little bubble around you as a means of self-preservation and self-protection. You're protecting your inner child. I resonate with this message a lot. You're protecting your inner child. You're protecting your innocence. And I feel like, ooh, okay. Sorry guys, I got cut off there. What's happening right now at this point in your life is you are protecting your inner child. You're protecting them. That's why you've been so secluded, maybe isolated for some of you guys. Ooh, okay. Wow. I'm getting this energy of like, whoever you are, you've been carrying so much on your back, so much on your plate for a really long time, so much responsibility. You could have a lot of things that you feel responsible for. Maybe you have kids, some of you guys, or maybe you know, are in school, or you're trying to build your career. There's so many things that you're working on at this time. So it feels like there's just a lot on your plate. But this feels like this goes far beyond just right now in your life. This could be an ongoing theme for you. Maybe as a kid, you've had to carry a lot on your plate. There's this energy of just always having to carry the weight of the world, with the world here as well. Feeling like you have to carry the weight of the world. And this is such a huge theme within my own life as well, so I resonate with that. But it's as if this safe space that you've created for yourself, this peace that you've been creating for yourself, this self-preservation and self-protection, it's allowing something magical to happen in the background. It's causing old dreams that you had to reawaken. So I feel like whoever you are, when you were a child, you could have dreamt, I'm hearing, of being famous for some of you guys, of being in the spotlight, of doing something impactful, something meaningful. You could have dreamt to make music or like something big, you know, something outside of the box. And it feels like within this safety that you've created for yourself, what's happening is your inner child feels safe enough for those old seeds that you've planted, those old dreams that were kind of just sitting in the depths of your own soul, to start re-emerging and reawakening one by one by one. The 9 of Cups, right? So it feels like there's many dreams that are reawakening at this time. Wishes that you had as a kid. I'm hearing like prophecy. You could have literally seen like visions of yourself in certain spaces, or like, I don't know, something about this feels very like you felt it before, or you experienced it. Maybe you dreamt about yourself singing, or like, you know what I mean? I'm getting someone who's like physically experienced something. You felt something. And this is not just like, oh, I want to be this when I'm older. This is like, I have this weird inclination, this weird feeling inside of me that I know I'm going to be this, or I know I'm going to do something really big. I know I'm going to, you know, have a presence, or I know I'm going to be known, or whatever it might be. Whoever I'm speaking to, you've had this deep knowing. But it's almost as if the little seeds that are meant to take you to those spaces, they never had the opportunity to be in a position where they were nurtured enough and safe enough to begin to sprout and to begin to blossom. And that's the path that you've been walking down, especially these last couple years. You've been creating that safe environment all around you, all within you, all throughout you, to finally be able to watch those seeds sprout. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain this how I'm seeing it in my mind, but it's like you finally gotten to a position where you feel enough internal peace within that, ooh, okay, this is like you're not living in survival anymore. That's what this is. You stepped out of living in survival mode. Survival mode. Why did that sound so weird? Okay. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm just switching this. So whoever you are, you finally got to a point in your life where you're not living in survival anymore. Finally. And that's why there's certain things that you wanted to do, certain things that you wanted to be, things that you wanted to accomplish in this life, successes that you wanted to have for yourself. Those things are finally starting to come to the surface, is what I'm getting. Dreams that maybe you forgot about, or things that you wished for when you were a kid that you didn't even remember you had interest in. And it's because your inner child has finally gotten to this space of safety where your main concern is not like, man, this is heavy, because I feel like a lot of you guys were in such chaotic environments as a child, or like there was a lot of darkness. And finally you're sitting in a position where you're like, I don't have to hide, like physically run and hide anymore. I don't have to, you know, heal my own wounds in my own solitude, or like, I don't know, I'm just picking up on this inner child energy where it's like your inner child never felt safe to let other people in. It's like you are somebody who went through a lot of things on your own. And I'm just getting the vibe of your entire life you were existing in that way. So now it's almost like your life is being flipped upside down because that's all you've ever known. But now you're sitting in a position where your life is not centered around survival right now in the same ways that it was in the past. Like protecting yourself, hiding, like those sort of traumatic experiences. Now your life, you've cultivated the sacred peace for yourself, which feels uncomfortable because you've never existed in peace before, right? Like whoever I'm picking up on, it's like chaos felt more safe than peace did for you because that's all you've been used to. You know what I mean? So you've just shifted out of survival mode. That's literally exactly what's happening right now. You have shifted out of survival mode into a completely new energy where it's like, now what do I want? Now, what do I want to be? What do I want to do? And I'm hearing a message right now of like, you don't have to keep digging up old wounds. I've been channeling this for a long time now. Booney! Don't mind him. You don't have to keep redigging up old wounds. Lovers. You don't have to keep re-digging up old wounds. You have to make choices. Wow. Okay, and the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. You have to allow yourself to choose different, to choose to allow the melancholy that you once carried with you to kind of dissolve in this chapter. But it has to be a conscious choice of yours, because you do have all of these old wishes and old dreams. This dream of like creating something that is sustainable, generational, a legacy. You have what it takes now to actually pull that off and to make that happen, because you've gotten yourself out of whatever you had to survive in the past. But I'm getting with the Lovers, like you have to choose now intentionally to shift out of survival mode. Do you get what I'm saying? Like your energy. You have to choose to accept the fact that you have freed yourself from that energy of the past. That you are actually free now. You know what I mean? And that could be so, like that could be the biggest challenge of all of this. Especially if you're somebody who's existing or has existed for your entire existence in survival and not feeling free, not feeling like you were safe to be happy or to have experiences, or to reawaken all of these dreams that you once dreamt. Like that wasn't even an option for you. I feel like these wishes that you had in the past, you were not in a space where you could even consider your dreams. But now you are. So that's where it's like, that could feel like a whole lot of pressure, right? That could feel like, damn, now I feel, again, with the Ten of Wands, all the weight of the world with this. Because now it's like, oh, now I have to do what I want to do, you know? That could be a lot of pressure for someone, but it's all about how you see it. You have to choose intentionally how you want to perceive this next chapter of your life. Because this is also a beautiful blessing. And it could be overwhelming, but it could be both, you know, and that's okay. Wow, that's so powerful. All right. I love you so much.